Hi guys, it's Vesna here, and this is Vesna TV Cooking. So this is my cooking channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome, and if you're brand new, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. On my channel, I do all sorts of different recipes. A lot of my recipes are Eastern European inspired with a Canadian twist. Originally, I'm from Eastern Europe, but I live in Canada, so I kind of like to incorporate both. I have two small kids, and I work full time, so I try to do dinners that are quick, easy, and somewhat inexpensive. I mean, I do try to cook from scratch, so sometimes that gets a little bit more expensive, but um, they are usually fairly easy and quick meals that are somewhat child friendly, depending on your picky eater. Sometimes my kids are super picky, sometimes they're not. So it's a hit and miss with them, but I try all sorts of different things. So if that's the kind of stuff you're interested in, stay tuned for this video because I'm making a super quick one pan dinner that my kids, who are 2 and 5, enjoyed. And it took me less than a half an hour to make with very little mess. So this video is a part of a challenge hosted by Sonia over at Domestic Diva Cooking. If you haven't checked out Sonia, make sure you check her out. She's got lots of amazing recipes. All of her stuff is delicious, and I've tried some of it firsthand because I'm her sister. So make sure you check out her channel. She's awesome. So this challenge is the one sheet pan dinner where you have to create a meal using one pan for dinner or lunch, whatever, but a meal. So again, that is what I'm doing. So today's sheet pan dinner is fish. It's the haddock fillet from Costco, and for this whole pack it was about $27, and I used half the pack, so you're looking around $13 for the fish. Then I'm using some garlic butter and some green beans. These beans I got from the farm, so that's why they look kind of funny because they were frozen. And then some tomatoes. So probably under $20 for the whole meal. The garlic butter you can make yourself. All you would have to put is butter, garlic, and some Italian seasoning, and then you have your garlic butter or any other seasonings that you'd like to taste. But I had it made. There's a local farm that makes this garlic butter, so we really like it. So I always have it on hand, and you freeze it, and you just use what you need. So as I said, I got these green beans from the farm, and I froze them. They were a mix of green and yellow beans, and my kiddos really like these. So, and some of them are from my garden too. So I'm using about 4 cups of those and about a half a cup of the garlic butter melted. Then I have this seasoning. It's Vegeta Grill. You could also just use Vegeta. We have it here in Canada at Costco. I'm not sure if you guys do wherever you are, but it's basically a vegetable seasoning. And the grill, I don't know, it's supposed to be a little bit different for a barbecue, but I like to use it on meat or fish. So they actually have a fish one too. I just didn't have it on hand. But it's basically a vegetable seasoning. So if you didn't want to use that, if you wanted to mix some dehydrated onion, some salt, pepper, celery salt, it would kind of give you that kind of taste. But I use it in a lot of my recipes, so if you can find it, you should try it out because it's an amazing ingredient. So all I've done is arranged 4 tomatoes, 4 cups of beans, and about half the package of the fish, so it was 3 of the fillets. On a paper chef pan, I'm going to use the half a cup of garlic butter melted, and I'm just going to pour it over top of all of the fish and the vegetables. And I know this is gross, but I like to use my hands sometimes to just make sure it gets in there. Wear a glove if that grosses you out. It doesn't gross me out, and I do it often. So, and I put it over top, unless I have company. I don't do it if I have company, but pour that over top, and then you're going to pour 1 tablespoon of the Vegeta seasoning over top, and the parsley to taste. It's dried parsley flakes, so depending on how much you like parsley, I just kind of sprinkled it over top of the fish. So if I had to say how much, I would say about less than about a teaspoon. So basically I dirtied 4 things: the measuring cup and To be honest with you, normally I wouldn't have even measured. I would have just eyeballed it, but for you guys, I just wanted to show you how much I was using. So the measuring cup for melting the butter, the sheet pan, and just the basting brush. That's all that I used up for here, which is like nothing. So there's hardly any cleanup, and plus the Pampered Chef pan. The only downside to those pans is that you can't put them in the dishwasher, so you have to hand wash them. But other than that, they're fantastic pans. And I'm going to put all of this into the oven at 425 degrees. I put it initially for 13 minutes, and then I had to speed it up to, no, not speed it up. I had to add another 6 minutes to that to get the fish to be the way we wanted it to be. It depends on the thickness of your fish because these fillets were quite thick. It just took a little bit longer. But like I said, I mean, if it takes 20 minutes, and that's probably more than good enough, you still have a dinner in under a half an hour with cleanup. So here's the finished fish. It's quite delicious, and the vegetables, I mean, smells delicious. Haddock is kind of a stinkier fish, but with the garlic and everything, it smelled delicious. And the kids devoured it. It was really, really tasty. We ate the whole thing, and it was more than enough for the four of us. Again, I have two little kids, so they don't eat like adults, but it was really, really delicious and very quick. So if that's something that you like, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Check out my other videos and check out the playlist as well as Sonia's channel. It's going to be very delicious. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day and stay safe.